gave her a lawful command to step out the car. She disobeyed, backed up the car. One of the ICE officers drew their gun. They gave more lawful commands. She drove towards him. Whether she moved her wheel in a certain way and didn't try to hit him or not isn't really relevant. What is relevant is that she drove the car towards him, which can be interpreted as utilizing deadly force. He reciprocated in self-defense with deadly force, and he stopped the threat.
Fair enough. Okay, so can we agree that ICE follows under the DOJ projects as a law enforcement?
No, because they're under the Department of Homeland Security, but they follow the Constitution when it comes to use of force.
Yes. But did you know that the Department of Homeland Security actually follows the same legal precedents of DOJ, specifically when it comes to actually enforcing their laws?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So what's your...
My point
Because
is...
policy and law are two different things, so that's why I want to make sure...
Yeah. So I prepared something because I may not be a former policeman, but I'm training to be a lawyer. So how about this? So... How about this? So can we agree that ICE agents generally have to follow the law and the Constitution?
Yep.
Okay. So we want to specifically follow under, say, ICE was started through the Immigration and Nationality Act. True?
No, they started with the Department of Homeland Security Act, 2003.
Yeah.
But they enforced the INA.
Yeah, exactly. They were basically supported through the INA.
They enforced the INA.
They were actually...
And for those of you that are wondering, Immigration Nationality Act is what she's referring to.
Yep. And let's say this. How about this? Under the NIA, in Section 1357, Powers of Immigration Officers and Employees, subsection G1, states that an immigration officer must carry out such function to the extent consistent with state and local law. True?
Say that again?
This is a direct quote. Immigration officers must carry out such function to the extent consistent with state and local law. That is a direct quote from the law.
Well, again, that's open to interpretation based on certain facts and circumstances. But what is your conclusion here then?
Okay, so here, let's keep going down. So basically, we're following that the legal precedent when it comes to murder and specifically police force use of a deadly weapon follows ICE, correct?
Well, it follows the law.
Yeah, and ICE is under the law.
Yep, so what's your...
Okay, so perfect. So I want to specifically talk about how when it is available or when it is all right to use deadly harm, when it's, say, for a police officer, for example, because it's the same thing. And again, you would know this.
Go ahead.
The main thing is that a police officer is only able to use deadly force when they are reasonably in danger. True? Okay.
Absolutely, yeah.
So here, let's go specifically. Title 1, Section 16.2 of the Justice Manual, which follows the DOJ, again, this DOJ, and also it follows state, local, and federal law, is said that a law enforcer is not permitted to use deadly force unless the enforcer has reasonable belief that the suspect poses an imminent danger of death or serious physical injury. True?
Yep.
Okay, so the conditions of that, of what they have to prove, isn't just what they think. We can't just go truly by this, but the specific law indicates that one of the limits is deadly force may not be used solely to prevent the escape of a fleeing suspect, including in a moving vehicle.
Yep.
So we agree he did not shoot the gun to stop the car. You say that?
No, he shot because she was using the car as a weapon. That's
Okay.
the difference.
Okay, but he's specifically using...
Two crimes can be committed at the same time.
Yes.
So the car has a dual purpose because it's being used to escape while simultaneously also being used as a weapon. Since it got used as a weapon, that's what justified him using deadly force. Now, here's the thing you got to understand, because I see what you're trying to do here. You're trying to go on a technicality, whatever. Let's make this very simple for the audience.
Well, because facts don't care about your feelings, apparently.
Well, I'm going to give you right now. I'm going to give you the facts. You mentioned imminency. The car was coming at him. Imminent danger. Deadly weapon. He has his gun. Car versus gun. Proportionate. Another part of it as well. Also, law enforcement officers don't have a duty to retreat, according to the state, like the state of Minnesota mandates for other situations. Law enforcement a lot of times actually has to escalate to go ahead and be able to do their job appropriately. So again, they gave her lawful commands. He had his gun out. She drove towards him. A reasonable person, because that's what he's going to be judged on, not 20/20 hindsight like you're trying to do right now. A reasonable person would see a car coming at them after they've been told to stop and get out. That not only is she trying to run away, she's trying to run me over, which she actually did do, and he did get hit in the process, but he was able to move out the way while simultaneously shooting and defending himself. This is very simple, open shut, self-defense. The car is a deadly weapon, whether you want to accept it or not. It is what it is. The real reason, though, why everyone is because it was a woman, right? And people say, oh my God, he killed an innocent woman. But the reality is she was committing a crime. She committed a felony, and she tried to run him over in the process. And the car was a deadly weapon.
Yes, and I can see that. Again, I'm not here to talk specifically about the legality of Renee Good. And
that's what I'm arguing. What are you arguing then? I thought we were talking about facts, not feelings.
I'm talking about Jonathan Ross's action, who is the officer that shot her.
Okay. He was justified.
No, actually, because again, according to the DOJ, which has been admitted and thoroughly reviewed by this presidency and the federal bureaucracy, so it's still by their law, specifically firearms may not be discharged solely to disable moving vehicles, true, but a person in the vehicle is threatening the officer or another person with deadly force by means other than the vehicle. And the specific goes, or the vehicle is operated in a manner that threatens to cause death. Is that true? Okay.
The vehicle is being operated in a manner to cause damage or death. Yes.
Okay.
So that justifies him. A car is looked at as a deadly weapon.
Have you watched the videos specifically of Jonathan Ross's phone?
Yes, I saw him get hit. You can literally hear the wind get knocked out of him when he gets hit. He's surprised when she drives.
Did you see what happened before?
He was walking around recording the car.
Yes. No, and in that video, you can see Renee Nicole Good say, I am not mad at you, smiling with her right hand on the wheel.
She was being sarcastic.
And her left hand out.
She was being sarcastic. Anyone with half a brain knows that she was being sarcastic.
But it's still, they don't know. Again, if we're going to be reasonable, you want to say this. Again, it was clear that her hands were in view. It's clear she didn't have a weapon readily available to her that she could instantly grab.
What part of the car is the weapon do you not understand?
No, because here, I'm going to get to that. Because the thing is about a moving vehicle, there has to be a reasonable obstruction of being able to move out of the way in a defensive manner. That is actually another subsection of when you can use, you say, self-defense. So there had to be a manner in which...
Police don't have a duty to retreat.
No, they have a duty to protect themselves, actually.
They don't have a duty to retreat.
They
don't have a... See, this is what you're not getting. It's funny that you're mentioning the DOJ and you're mentioning how he allegedly broke laws of the DOJ. If that's the case, why isn't the AUSA's office prosecuted him? This would be a slam dunk for them, right? This would be awesome. Let's go ahead and go after a federal agent.
They're working on it right now, actually.
No, he's not going to get indicted. As a matter of fact, a bunch of AUSAs resigned because they're progressives and they're mad that he's not going to get charged.
Okay.
So you're wrong once again. Anybody else?
No, I'm not wrong, actually, because I haven't gotten to there. No.
She got cooked all over the place.
Finish? Okay, so it's specifically, again, the moving out of danger. If you see the video, he has about 2 to 3 space from where the car is, where he is, and where the road is. So there's a reasonable doubt that he was able to go back and actually move out of the way. So he has the ability to defend himself, and he specifically stayed in the way of the car, which, again, you can see for 2 straight seconds, you can see her start to move and turn the wheel to the right. Stop. She backs up. First, away from him, he steps forward. You can see 2 whole seconds of her fully turning the wheel away from him, and then she moves. There is an incredible amount of evidence that he has saw it because of the video. So he has he has reason to see that she wasn't planning on hitting him because he was literally moving out of the way. So I'm saying his use of deadly force was not self-defense. It was truly a case of just, for me, idiocracy.
And this is why we should never be in positions of power. Holy shit. See, because here's the thing that she doesn't understand. He's not going to sit there, right?
Also,
like this is what you need to get, right? Like as someone who's worked in law enforcement, anyone that's been military, law enforcement, anyone that understands using firearms and self-defense and using deadly force, he's not going to sit there and be like, okay, she turned the wheel 7 degrees to the right here. It probably won't hit me.
It wasn't 7. It was a full 180.
Let me go ahead and just get out the way this much, and I won't No, they gave her lawful commands. She didn't comply. She backs up the car.
Watch the video.
She backs up the car. They still are giving her lawful commands. Gun is out. A reasonable person at that point would be like, okay, she's gonna stop. No, she guns it towards him. Now I see what you're saying. She spun the wheel this way. She might have not been intending to hit him. That doesn't matter. What matters is, did he behave reasonably given the facts and circumstances when he pulled that trigger? And a lot of people put in that situation would probably pull the trigger. That's what determines the reasonableness. I guarantee if you were in that situation and you were in front of her like that and you gave her lawful commands and you had the gun out and she started going at you, shoot. And
I wouldn't use a deadly force. I would use other ways.
More than men do.
Or at least
when
you'd
they're
shoot the
cops.
car. You wouldn't shoot her. You'd shoot the tire to stop her. Again, there's a way to do it. And also, again, I don't
Okay,
even know why I
so
debated you,
law
because if you don't
enforcement-
view
because
me
you-
as a human
okay,
being,
as a-
then you know what? I hope you get no for the rest of your life, and I bet your is a carrot.
Yeah.
God bless you.
This is why we got to keep these in the kitchen. This is why they got to be in the kitchen. Ridiculous. See, like she's arguing on feelings, and she doesn't understand that reasonableness is not based on 20/20 hindsight, like she's trying to do, talking about the wheel, whatever. And there's another thing too, also that people need to understand. If you're in front of a car, can you see how far the wheel turned? A lot of times you can't. Can't see the wheel well. So like all you see is just the car going like this if you're standing directly in front of it. So people are crazy, dude. People are crazy.